Think about the last book you read. Now, think about all the books you've read over the past month, over the past year, and over your lifetime. I believe it's necessary for all of us to be conscious of our reading habits. Books are a type of media, and it's important for us to be mindful about the media we consume. It's easy to find ourselves reading popular titles or only light and easy chick flicks. There's absolutely nothing wrong with reading these types of books. Reading should be a fun activity, but there is a problem if you've never tried to pick up a nonfiction book because you are too intimidated by it, or if you rarely dare to venture into different sections of a bookstore, or if you've never stopped to think about what kind of books you read. Hi there, in today's video I want to talk about the importance of reading outside of your comfort zone and inspire you to reflect on the types of books that you read. Okay, so I have a confession. I love big shiny bookstores, just like Chapters. I mean, who doesn't? They're full of bright, colorful, crisp books and other amusing little trinkets. However, another part of me really hates these types of bookstores, and the reason for that is that everyone kind of ends up reading the same book. Now, as I said before, there's absolutely nothing wrong with reading bestseller titles. If you're going to read a new book, it's a much easier gamble to pick up something that has been loved by many other people than some random book that you've never heard of. However, just because everyone else enjoys a book doesn't necessarily mean that you will. Don't be afraid to venture into those sketchy looking secondhand bookstores or into thrift shops and dare to pick out titles from the library that you've never heard or seen before. You may end up hating the book that you chose, which is a possibility with this kind of thing, but you also may discover a book that you really needed to read or find a new favorite author. Beware of bestsellers and dare to read something different. It's very tempting to only read books from the same genres, authors, or topics, but in doing so, we kind of deprive ourselves from further developing our knowledge as well as ourselves. You deny yourself of discovering new stories, authors, and information that could be very useful to you or that you otherwise would have never stumbled upon. Ask yourself if there are any trends with what you're reading. Am I only reading books by the same author? Am I only reading books written by female authors? Am I only reading books that have been written in the last decade? It's so important to continually ask ourselves, what kind of content am I consuming and what are the sources for this content? I want to give you some ideas on how to read outside your comfort zone and how to have a more diversified reading list. Try an author's other work. If there's a bestseller that you really enjoyed, try maybe some of the author's other work. Ellen Montgomery is an example of an author who wrote an amazing bestseller and one of my favorite books of all time, Anne of Green Gables. However, many people have not read her other amazing work. I believe that some of her other books are just as, if not even more thrilling than her bestseller. If I had only read her bestseller, I would have never discovered just how unbelievably talented this Canadian author was. Try, discover, and appreciate other reading worlds. With reading, there are many worlds. There is the world of fiction, of nonfiction, there's the world of romance, there's the world of mystery, there's the world of sci-fi, and the list goes on. There's even the worlds of audiobooks, of ebooks, of paperbacks. As creatures of habit, we often find ourselves stuck inside some of the reading worlds that we really enjoy. Try to venture into some of the reading worlds that you haven't yet discovered. And if you're someone who absolutely loathes fiction books because you believe you are wasting your time when you read them, try giving a fiction book a try. I promise you, you will not be wasting your time. The same goes for those of you who haven't yet read a non-fiction book in a long time. Try maybe picking one up and you'll find that they're not all boring and technical as you may think. Try a reading challenge. There are many reading challenges that can be found all over the internet. These challenges can have all sorts of crazy tasks, such as read a book with the color purple on the cover, or read a book with the word "the" in the title. These reading challenges are super fun and awesome ways to diversify your reading list. Let me know if you would want me to make a video of me trying a reading challenge. When you keep track of what you read, you can more easily identify what kind of books you tend to read and what are your reading trends. I like to use the website Goodreads to track what I read, but this can be equally achieved through pen and paper, where you jot down the title and the author, and after you've read a couple titles you can see what are the similarities between the books that I'm reading. That's it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe as always. I hope that you took my message and my ideas to heart, and I challenge you to please read outside of your comfort zone. See you next time.